Hi everybody, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce something called enhanced QR codes to you. Currently, our system creates QR codes onto labels and you can download to put into other things that give you access to post activities for that animal when scanned with your app or your phone. Now, currently, the only way to actually use this QR code is if you're scanning it while you're logged into the system. So somebody else could not scan your QR code and get any information at all. It would just give a code. You actually have to be logged in by the user that generated that code in order for that code to work. So that's a bit of a security system that we've had in place from the beginning. Now, what we've decided to do is allow for an enhanced QR code. So what we can do is we can turn on the system to generate an enhanced QR code. And what we do is we would go to your settings, you go to General Settings, and down at the bottom here, the URL Public Access QR Code. So this is the enhanced QR code. So what this does is this will turn on the ability for your QR codes to be scanned from a normal phone outside of your account. The user will then be given the link to view the animal online. So what we would do is we would turn this system on. You would then put the name of your business at the top of what this page would display, and then you would select what information for that animal would be displayed on the page. So I've got latest activities, pricing information, photos, contact form, last weight, sire info, dam info, and then for the sire I've got the descriptor and the genetics showing, and same for the dam. And then, so that would be then turned on and we would save those changes. So then when we go back to the animal and we would take a look at the QR code, the QR code is a little more complex now. And what now can happen is somebody can scan this QR code from outside of the system. So it's kind of like if you're doing a show and selling your animals, you could create this QR code for the animal. Somebody could come up at the show, scan it, and get all the information that you've said is public for that animal. So it's a really great way, if you're busy at shows and things like that, put QR codes on all your animals. People can then scan as they come by at the shows and get a lot of the information without having to ask you if you're busy talking to another customer within the app to do your activities and things like that. So you don't have to choose between, you don't have to switch it back and forth. You can always have the enhanced QR code running, and it just depends on where it's scanned, whether it's scanned within the app or within you logged into the system in any capacity. If it's scanned that way, it will bring up your activity settings, and only if you're logged into your account. It won't work if somebody's logged into their account. So you can still use it the same way, but this code can also be scanned by other people. So if you have a large facility, you have people coming through, they can scan the bins and get some information, limited information, whatever you say is public, on that animal. So it's just a great way to provide information out. So there's one other thing that you can do. Let's say you're using it for the show or a show that's happening this weekend, and you only want it available to be scanned during that show. What you would do is you would toggle this button here, this view public page. So if you've got it on now, that means it's accessible. Okay, and I'm going to show a screen at the bottom right now. This is what it would look like when a user scanned the code and what information would be available. And then if you turn this button off, this view public page, if you turned it off, if they scanned that code, it would be redirected to the home screen. So they wouldn't be able to see any information. So you can turn this feature on. You can leave the QR code generating the enhanced codes all the time by turning this on and off. And then it would always create the enhanced codes. But then if you want to turn the page that gives the information on and off, you can actually click this button here. And that's view public page on or off. And then that information will be available to people outside of the app just to view. There's no editing or anything else. So there's a new feature that'll help you out at shows, help you out giving information to other people without having to open up one of our stores that's available to some of the accounts. Okay, hope you enjoy. Thanks.